Ladies and gentlemen, Achane is a full go for week number 1. I'm excited about that news. You're excited about that news. We got a whole bunch more to discuss, including Christian McCaffrey. More on that, including this man right here, RJ Harvey, one of the Triple H and Associates. We got Malik Neighbors ready to go for week number 1, but still struggling with a mirage of different things. But we've got to talk about everything and more. Tons of news. Kickoff show right here. We're going to watch a little bit of the game together. Not on my screen, but I'll watch, you'll watch. We'll sit side by side cheering on this game. Appreciate everybody being here. Hit that thumb up button on the way in the door. Let's break down all the relevant news right now. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Live whenever news breaks. Live Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday through Friday. Your boy's here to deliver the news and break it all down for you, give you my perspective. On the first topic at hand right here on screen, Achane is not on the final injury report. There's no telling whether he pops up on the report in heading into week 2 and then comes off it and then pops up on it. Let's hope we don't hear anything about this calf injury moving forward. A lot of people are going to say things, and I'll just take away your ammunition right now. Smitty, why are you so worried about McCaffrey's calf, but you're totally, we got a $100 hauler. $100 hauler coming in. He's got immediate attention. They got a $20 hauler as well. This $100 hauler gets immediate attention, though. Appreciate you very much, Gary. Gary, you're the man, the myth, the legend. Sadly, it comes down to this. Keenan Allen or Downs. I'm starting Downs. Downs is actually a good play. He's not a bad wide receiver 3, Gary. So, Gary, tribute to you, pal. And appreciate you. Let's send you to Jupiter.
To Jupiter.
That one, pal. Starting off the show on fire. Gary to the mother freaking moon. Downs is not a bad play. I actually feel really good about Downs in 2025 here from a wide receiver 3-4 perspective. So a rotational 3. This one right here, $20 hauler from Matt. $20 haulers and above get immediate attention. I'll get the other super chats as soon as we get through the news. 12-team PPR, 3 wide receiver, 1 flex. Any moves? Kyler, Bucky, RJ Harvey, CD, Worthy, Hunter, Waddle, Bowers. Like the team a lot. Looks really good. Sharps is some potential house money moves later. Ray Davis, Benson, there's some value there. But right now, looking at the squad, you can't move anything early. Like Sharps, you dangle over the Kenneth Walker owners, just hang it over his head and just see what you can get. Maybe you can trade a potential Waddle up into something massive, a Worthy up into something massive. Waddle to Lad McConkey or higher using Charbonnet would be worth it. Even on the spec that maybe Sharps takes over, but maybe he doesn't. So I'm willing to pay get a little less to get it now. And in terms of using Charbonnet right now to the Walker owner, if let's say he didn't have Lad, and he had something, bigger, you could potentially go Worthy to London, Worthy to whatever. But love the team, not worried about it at all. Let this team ride. Maybe Charbonnet to the Walker owner if they've got a better QB than Kyler. That's it. You're kind of waiting and letting that team ferment. Okay, the $20 haulers and above are taken care of. Let's hit the news. Achane off the injury report. And again, as I said, people are going to say to me, Smitty, but you're so biased. You're so biased because you're worried about Christian McCaffrey's calf, but you're not worried about Achane's. How biased are you? Well, there's a complete different scenario going on here. This is a young kid that does not have bilateral chronic Achilles tendonitis. So let's not even pretend that it's the same concern. There is still a concern. There still is also some sort of wonderment in your mind. Does this guy go out there, feel that tingle again in the calf, and then boom, it just pulls? And that's the way calf injuries are. I've experienced almost every one of these injuries we always talk about, where you're literally running and you feel like a tightness, you feel a tingle, and this is why McCaffrey's in trouble if he goes out and plays week 1. I'm telling you, even if he escapes week 1, it's only going to get worse and aggravate. There's no way you have some sort of strain and you go out and you go full go explosive style with adrenaline going even further to the limits than your body's capable of ever doing, like in a practice running full speed. There's concern. There's even concern with Achane, but not necessarily as much. There's always a concern for an Achilles blowout whenever there's a calf injury. Anybody, you could be young, old, but the likelihood of Achane having not only a calf issue pop up during the game, but the Achilles tear, McCaffrey has so much more risk to it. I'm not worried here, although, like I said, there's always concern with a calf injury. Always. Just a small amount, even if he's off the injury report. But there's a big difference between him being off the injury report, totally a full go, and McCaffrey having his head coach say, he's questionable. He's questionable. McCaffrey's questionable for week number 1. As of right now, that could change tomorrow, but he's questionable for week 1. Achane's not probable or anything in between. He is off the injury report and starting week 1. So it's a big difference, not to mention the youth and not having chronic bilateral Achilles tendonitis. So celebrate that. Now, there's two things can be true at the same time. The Chupacabra can be a monster in the NFL in 2025, as well as Achane. Achane can be a top 5 running back, capable of being the number 1 running back in fantasy football at the end of the year. Totally capable of it. I'm so amped for Achane. Achane to the mother freaking moon. Achane gets a standing ovation. And I'm telling you right now, this has no bearing, this situation, his health, on the Chupacabra being relevant. The Chupacabra, if you don't know who that is Ollie Gordon. And for some reason, a lot of you keep asking me questions like, should I pick up Ollie Gordon? Smitty, should I drop Ollie Gordon for Brian Robinson Jr.? Let me nip all that in the bud right now. No. This is a top 13 overall player to me. Not overall in terms of draft value, but overall favorite draft selection, favorite investment in 2025. Ollie Gordon has so much upside. He's the Chupacabra. He is the monster, if you will, that's going to attack the NFL and be that touchdown monster on this Miami Mike McDaniel offense that fed Mostert top 10 running back numbers while Achane was ripping off 7.8 yards per carry and was the best version of himself. We want the Chupacabra firing on all cylinders. We want Achane firing on all cylinders. They both can be top 12 running backs, one of which could be number 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 in Achane. We want these guys doing what Mostert and Achane were doing so gloriously back when Mostert was doing his thing. We got a kickoff happening here very shortly. Let me just see. Tonight, you got a question. What do you think about Hollywood? I think he's okay. I think it's a risky play. Harvey, DJ Moore, or JD5. Harvey and DJ Moore for JD5. I mean, this is a tough question to answer without context. Is it Superflex? Is it not? I mean, I don't know that I'm just trading JD5 away, but depends on what you got going on. Achane to the moon says, Superfish, appreciate you. Smitty Apprentice says, Smitty, pick one. Flex, Sharps, JCM, Gordon, Sampson, Jennings. I'm probably going to go with Gordon, Sharps, JCM. Probably Gordon for safety. Ozzy says, can I get one rank in priority, Bill, Sharps, or Ollie Gordon? I'm probably going to go Ollie Gordon. Again, those are really, really tough calls. And then Don says, Smitty, Ibuka Walker, or Rice Harvey. I'm going to go Rice Harvey by quite a bit, and I love Ibuka, but I don't trust Walker at all. We got an injury let's see. Got more injury news coming out already. Let's see here. Hold on. Okay, never mind. False alarm. Let me get on over to this game. Where's the game on? What channel is the game on? Does anybody know what channel the game on? Where is it at? Where is it at? Why can't I find it? All right, we'll just put it on here. Okay. Let's see here. We've got Don Smitty trading Ibuka. Already just answered that one. That one's right here. Appreciate you all. It's on YouTube. Okay, I got it right here. I was wanting without all the split screens, but okay. Don, thank you for the super chat. Chris, should I trade Knicks for Garrett Wilson? 1 QB PPR. I have London, Hunter, Mims, and my QBs are Penix Jr. I would probably say it's a pretty close call. I like Knicks a lot. I think because you have London, Hunter, and only Mims, I could use. You could probably. I trust Penix Jr. enough. I'm really excited about Penix Jr. right now, to be honest with you. I think Penix Jr. is going to go crazy. By the way, there's some buzz right now all over Twitter, and it's spec. There's nothing to it, but it's like a preemptive spec. And sometimes where there's generated smoke, there becomes a fire. But if Christian McCaffrey, if something was to go awry, a lot of people are kicking out on Breece Hall to the San Francisco 49ers. I just can't see him making a second trade, but that would be an interesting situation. But it is catching fire in some small circles right now, mostly generated by Niner fans that think they can get everybody, but there's a lot of it kicking around. But that would be a very interesting situation. All right, let's thank you for the super chats. Let's get to the rest of this news. So Achane, super excited about that. Look at this guy, RJ Harvey. When asked about the running back situation, rookie RJ Harvey on the Broncos running back room said, "We're just going to put on a show on Sunday." I'm so excited for RJ Harvey. I'm even more excited about this new number change. He's shifting over to the number 12. I can't tell you, I don't think there's a better looking jersey number for a running back, because we've seen it. I think there's been one example in history of the NFL, one or two examples, nothing anytime recent. RJ Harvey's really the only relatively big name running back, other than I believe one season back in the day, to wear the number 12. And it's just a clean looking number for a running back. And I'm so pumped. I'm glad he's not 37, because 27 and 37, if the jersey folds just a little bit, you can't tell who's who at first. And you're looking, you see him lining up. You're like, is he in there? Who is he not in there? We'll know if he's in there. 12 is so amazing. I love this number. I'm getting such good vibes off this number 12. And I'm getting such good vibes off RJ Harvey. RJ Harvey might just be a top 5 running back this year. I'm getting so amped about RJ Harvey. I love all the hate. I love all the people that don't know what time it is. RJ Harvey's hungry. Change into the 12. I might have to buy one of these immediately and wear it on the show almost every single day. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. Malik Neighbors, head coach Brian Dable said Malik Neighbors his back is a little tight, but he's good to go for week number 1. We got to monitor Malik Neighbors. He's constantly banged up. That's the only thing that really concerns me. We got these Christian McCaffrey pieces of news. I want to put all of them on screen here at one time. This is the report that this is the report right here. Let me put all 3 of these McCaffrey pieces up above everything. So McCaffrey questionable officially to play week 1. That could change tomorrow, but right now he's officially questionable. These are the questions that were asked of Shanahan at the podium before McCaffrey then spoke to reporters at his locker and said everything's good to go. I'm feeling good. I think this has been overblown, but it's weird that we're getting 2 stories. It feels so much like last year. It feels like double talk. So this is the question that was asked to Shanahan, head coach Kyle Shanahan, who makes the decisions on what to do with Christian McCaffrey. What is your level of concern with his physical condition and his ability to play on Sunday? It's questionable concern. I'm not going to say anything about Christian, guys, or any players, our players' injuries. Is it fair to say, because he wasn't on the injury report Wednesday, that this is something that occurred yesterday? Yeah, it came up yesterday. So this is all that Shanahan was saying, and he's listed as questionable. You can say that everything's fine all you want, and it might be, but this is so eerie and resembles what happened last year. And Christian McCaffrey's going to be positive about his situation. He has to be. What's he going to say? Yeah, I don't know. I might go out there and just blow my Achilles tendon. Like, he's not going to tell you any of that. And he's obviously concerned enough that he pulled himself off the field yesterday. And you can say, well, it's because if he felt something, something's wrong. Let me just tell you something. I don't need an MD to brief people on this kind of stuff. It's wild to me that so many people that are even like trained in this space will talk about this in the strangest ways. You don't have a tingle or a feeling or a tightness in your calf especially when you have bilateral chronic Achilles tendonitis, which causes chronic calf issues. You don't have calf strains and have everything be absolutely fine within 3 days to go out and play pro football and exert yourself and fire off that calf at full speed all game long, getting hit left and right. You can say whatever the hell you want. And maybe he skates by, but he's going to skate by. This is not a good situation. McCaffrey said he's feeling great and that he's absent Friday, and Friday's practice was blown out of proportion due to his injury history. Take it for what you want. Stay in the McCaffrey game if you would like. No one's saying sell him for pennies on the dollar, but making a move is smart. Making a move is really smart. You got an open window. This news right here, by the way, if you guys felt like you were in a sinking hole or quicksand, this news right here, not this one, is questionable. This one right here, where McCaffrey said it's blown out of proportion and that he's feeling great. This is your way back into selling him as quickly as you can for the highest amount of value you can. You are not going to get a third opportunity. And you need to make a move that you feel so good about that even if it works out and McCaffrey plays, he's not going to be a number one running back this year. There's just no way he's going to be able to be fed the way that he's been in the past and stay healthy. So you got to accept the fact that he's probably going to be a lesser version of himself, probably still, if he stays healthy all year, a 6 to 10 running back. But you got to be okay with the fact that if he is, you're still fine. You're going and getting a Marion Hampton, a Hendy, a Harvey and Hunter, a Harvey and JSN. You're getting something massive right now that's going to help your team win. Juwan Jennings' calf was removed from the injury report and will play week 1. So Ricky Pearsall's value takes a little bit of a hit just because the hype was surrounding he's the only option. And Keon Coleman, groin, is off Buffalo's final injury report. That's fantastic. I'm really hoping he has a stellar bounce back year. Marvin Mims is off the injury report, and he's a sneaky wide receiver 3-4 this year. Darren Waller, we said from the start this experiment was not going to work. You can't take off football as long as Darren Waller did. Expect to come back and be healthy. He's doubtful. He's not going to even play week 1. Waller's not somebody. I remember when he first announced he was coming back, he started to go really early in like single digit 10, 11, 12 round territory. That's wild. That's wild. Okay, so here we are, ladies and gentlemen, ready to answer some more Super Chats real quickly. Would you rather have Judkins or Thornton Jr.? Right now, Thornton Jr., but that could change, and if Judkins signs his rookie deal when he does, it'll be an immediate sell for me and recommend sell. Stevenson, Dobbins, Tootin, or Horton, probably say keeping Tootin with the upside of being a league winner for sure. Thank you for the super chat. But Smitty, you did see Pelissero's report. but Smitty, trade CMC, JMO, and Downs for Walker and Terry and Mason. No, that's not a good trade, bro. That's not. You're going into more questions. You know, Terry held in. He's got some injury risk. I like him. I wouldn't avoid him. But then Walker, you don't have. You have Sharps though. For then I could trade Mason for Sharps. Well. I mean, maybe they do that trade, and that helps a little bit. Mahomes looks jacked. He's fit. He got rid of the dad bod. He's taken the NFL by storm. He looks like he's in the best shape of his life, as Ron said earlier, and as we've talked about in the offseason. Remember when I pulled that photo up of his guns? He was lifting. He's been lifting. He's got rid of the dad bod. He's on a mission. Mahomes is going to be a top 5 quarterback. He's going to be a top 1 to 5 quarterback. Not top 5. Put some respect on it. Top 1 to 5 quarterback. And if you don't believe it to be the case, well, you're about to see it unfold. And I can't wait to watch you watch it all happen because it's here. It's here. You don't have to believe it. You can run from it all you want. I'm here for it. You're here for it. The Chiefs season is in full effect.
It's Chiefs season. Mahomes is scoring 45 plus touchdowns. Let them cook.
Kickoff is ensuing. Chiefs returning this football. Would you look at that? Would you look at that? Flag on the play to the 50. All the way to the 50-yard line this return goes, but there is a flag on the field. Let's see what this is. Hey, Smitty, trade CMC, JMO, Downs for Walker. I'm still going to say no, though. You know, like I'm going after something else. It's holding. I wouldn't be heading in that direction. Okay, let's go to this one right here. Cage, appreciate you. Would you trade CMC? Would you trade away CMC, Ridley, and Rattler? Rattler. It's the first Rattler question I think we've had all season. Rattler. Talking about a game. Talking about a game. This looks like Mahomes looks like a clone. It looks like AI. He looks so ripped. All right, Mahomes in the shotgun. Handoff to Pacheco. Aggressive. He's such an aggressive runner. Pacheco and Brashard Smith is a crafty running back 2-3 this year. Really is. Pacheco looks mean. He looks tough. Is this Brashard Smith coming in already? I think that's Brashard Smith. I love the way they're going to use this kid right away. Is that Brashard? It is. Brashard Smith in on the second play. I love it. I love it. Use the kid. Okay, Mahomes in the shotgun again. Worthy getting the handoff. What a creative little run. Doesn't go anywhere, though. Okay. Am I trading away CMC, Ridley, and Rattler for Amon-Ra, Pollard, and ETN? Yeah, bro. I'm taking that trade. Then I flip ETN and Pollard, though. But I definitely take my Amon-Ra value when I can get it. Brian, trade Harvey. Why would you trade Harvey? Trade Harvey, Davis, and Kupp for Golden and Walker. Why would you do that? Brian, what on earth would make you think I would want you to do that? What on earth would make you think I want you to trade
Jam. Call HHH
one of the HHH
Triple H
like,
and Associates.
sometimes I just
Location.
wonder what's going through some of your heads. Like, Brian, please tell me, what is it that made you think this guy I've been touting all year long in RJ Harvey, I would want you to trade for a guy that is a complete avoid right now in Kenneth Walker? And if you had Sharps, it'd be one thing, but like, what on earth would make you even consider this? I'm so glad you sent a super chat to ask, but no, absolutely not, bro. This would be one of the worst mistakes you could make this year. Harvey's going to take the world by storm. Uh-oh, Worthy. Oh, no. They might just be popping his shoulder back in place. Hopefully they're just popping his shoulder back in place. Or yeah, hopefully it's a stinger. The thing is, they were pushing on his shoulder. God, I hope it's not a broken bone. Let's see what it is. Okay, he ran right into Kelsey. What are this with the Chiefs hurting each other? Mahomes took out Rice last year. It might just be, it's probably the best case scenario is it's just like a bruised rotator cuff, and it's bruised, but it's not a torn rotator or anything like that. Odds are he's still a really young kid. Herbert sneaking here. You don't like to see Herbert running like that. Let's see what happens. I'm thinking he's going to be all right. Hopefully it's going to be sore. He comes running back on the field. Okay. Yeah, God, what's with these Chiefs taking each other out? Kelsey takes out Worthy. Mahomes takes out Rice. What are we doing here? This is the last thing we need. Hopefully Worthy's fine. Last live crash on my super chat. I'm sorry, bro. Quentin Johnson caught a ball. Oh, wow. Quentin Johnson took that. Oh, man. Don't get too excited about that. That's a rare occurrence. Love seeing Hampton in the backfield there. Just ready for him to rumble. Quentin Johnston. That play looked very, very scripted, like when Mahomes would run and then the players would just move out of the way. Like there was no one there to tackle him. He just kept, it's like the Chiefs just moved out of the way. It looks so scripted. All right. In the shotgun is Herbert. Hampton appears to be on his right. They're not running Hampton right now. What are they doing? They're just trying to establish, I guess, a pass to set up the run. Lad McConkey. Okay. 1 yard to go. Second and one or third and one? Last live crash on my super chat. I'm sorry about that, bro. Keep Mitchell, Tootin, Marks, Brashard Smith. I think I answered this, but then it cut out. I'm going to keep Brashard Smith and Tootin by a country mile. Have Mitchell and Tootin, Marks, and Smith. I love Brashard Smith, as you could tell when he came in the game. I was really excited, but he's a look at Hampton go. Nice run by Hampton. That was like a good 9-yard run by Hampton. Hampton's probably going to score a touchdown here. Worthy's got a towel over his head. Well, God, Worthy's walking really slow with a towel over his head. I wonder if he tore his rotator cuff or broke his collarbone. Could be 100 different things. Could be a collarbone. Could be, Tyreek Hill. Jeez, man. And another Chief took out another Chief on defense right now. Just rolled over his legs. Unreal. Oh. Okay, looks like everybody's all right. All right, Herbert at the 10-yard line. 3rd and 8. Wonder if they're going to do a draw play here to Hampton still. Oh, short pass to Hampton. Herbert scrambling. Out of the end zone. Flag on the play. Is this holding or is this pass interference? All right. Yeah, bro. So I'm gonna keep Tootin and Brashard Smith for the upside, but they're all very, very good. They're all one situation away from being relevant. We're waiting for opportunity. I wonder if Brashard Smith's gonna line up as a wide receiver full time. God, freaking Mahomes, bro. He can't catch a break. I mean, part of it's his fault for taking out Rashee Rice last year, but it wasn't like he tried. But, God, the guy can't catch a break. They might have to trade for a wide receiver at this point, which is going to suck because then when Rice comes back, unless Worthy's out for the year, then it won't really matter. Herbert tossing a touchdown pass to Quentin Johnston. Sell high. Flag on the play. Is it coming back? On the defense. Jeez, man. That sucks, man. What a freaking bummer. Well, I was so excited about tonight. I still am for Mahomes. So Mahomes can still get it done, but geez, this is horrible. Need one. Need one more starter, 2 flex PPR dynasty, except Calvin Ridley and a 2026 fourth rounder for my Cam Scattaboo. I mean, if you can win a lot of money right now, I suppose I'd do it. But I think Cam Scatterboo is pretty solid. A lot of upside. Yeah, Hollywood probably has to step up. All I can say, though, is Rashee Rice goes to the top 4 wide receiver value when he returns. I mean, there's some silver lining. For everybody saying Mahomes and the Chiefs are cooked, it's 6 games. Mahomes can get by. And then when Rice comes back, Rice is going nuclear. They still have Travis Kelce. They'll probably make some sort of little trade. Does Mahomes take a little bit of a hit here? We'll see. Let's see what he does right here. Let's see if Mahomes can change our minds and make us not depressed. I don't know that I'm dealing with phone calls right now. Hopefully Hollywood steps up, bro. I thank you for the super chat, and it's possible. He's got to stay healthy, though. I think Brashard Smith, remember Brashard Smith's a receiver converted to a running back. So it's possible Brashard Smith steps right into the wide receiver role. And Andy Reid's so smart, he was working Brashard Smith like 50% in camp as a wide receiver. So I really think people need to understand Brashard Smith might become a receiver. He might be one of the best pickups of the week. And honestly, a lot of people already own him because we talk about him all the time. So Brashard Smith might become, and this is going to be crazy because it might be almost a cheat code in some ways. I don't think they change his eligibility, but Brashard Smith becomes an absolute gem. One of our top waiver wire pickups for the entirety of the offseason. Might become an absolute gem. Honestly, let's see what happens. Maybe Brashard Smith goes crazy. All my best ball teams that have Brashard Smith will go to the moon. Rice is going to go complete nuclear when he comes back. All right, let's see what Mahomes does. God, Mahomes he's in great shape. He's literally looks like AI right now. It looks like a video game where they put a slender version of him out there. Like, that doesn't look like Mahomes. Mahomes is ready to rumble. He came to play football this year. Thornton's going to have to step up. Kelsey's going to have to step up. Come on, Mahomes. Prove everyone wrong, bro. Mahomes scrambling for a first down. It's great. Not a good sign that no one was open on the first step drop back. Not good at all, but guys, keep in mind, 6 weeks, they get their top 5 wide receiver back. This is not doom and gloom for the season. They just got to stay afloat. They could go 3-3. They'll be fine. Great offensive line stepping up there on that play. I'm surprised there wasn't a hold. So that's great on this offensive line. Simmons is a beast. I just don't want him to shift on over to a heavy rush attack again. And then when Rice comes back, they don't shift back. Unbelievable. Freaking believable. First down. All right, there we go. We're marching. Trying to stay positive, guys. A very big bummer. Should the Chiefs bring back legend Kadarius Toney? I don't know, Badger. Maybe. I think they might poke around at Tyreek Hill. I mean, I could see it happening. And he'll probably fall off right after week 6 and be perfect timing for Rice. Full PPR, Buddy wants Bucky and DJ Moore and CMC. Guy wants Bucky, Ford, DJ Moore, and CMC. Why would you trade for CMC right now, Austin? Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. Why would you trade Bucky Irving?
Get buckied. Buckied.
The scoreboard looks like Chiefs 0, YouTube 7. Does anybody see that right now? Is that where your mind goes? Chiefs 0, YouTube 7. That's what the scoreboard looks like to me. Mahomes in the shotgun, throws a missile downfield, completely uncatchable. Thornton. YouTube TV's beating the Chiefs 0-7. 7-0. I don't know who went to graphic design school that set that up. What if it's a dislocation? How long does that keep you out? It depends. Look, they could just pop it back in place, but they typically do that on the field unless there's some sort of tear, or something. And maybe there isn't, and it's just like it's complicated. They're like, we don't want to shove this back on the field and damage something. The way that the ball socket works is you have the socket right here, and you have the ball, and it goes into the joint. Now, it's naturally the bone slides in and out like that. It's loose. But there's what's called a labrum, and you can think the labrum is like a seal. And that seal is what makes it tight. So if you picture it like you put foam in there, like a foam seal, and then it was a perfect sliding fit before you put the seal in. So the labrum holds the ball in there. If you tear any part of that labrum seal, then the ball can slide out because it's not a tight fit anymore because the seal is torn. That's the labrum. So there's a chance that he tore part of that, or they don't want to just shove the ball back in the socket if it was that. I'm not saying it was separated, like completely separation. Look at that. Oh my God, Hollywood, catch the ball. Is this what we're going to deal with now? What are we doing? This feels like the worst luck known to man for the Chiefs, for Mahomes. Honestly, right now for my Mahomes bounce back call, it feels very unfortunate. It feels very unfair. I feel very cheated right now. You got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. Catch the damn ball, Hollywood. Mahomes is doing his best. Chiefs defense down at the 2-yard line. Very nice. Let's see if that sets up Mahomes for a touchdown strike. Drop marks for Garendo. You're the man. Thank you. A little bummed right now, bro. I just feel like it's such an unfair hand to be dealt to Patrick Mahomes and the damn Chiefs and anybody that believes in the bounce back, because it's sitting right in front of our face. We know it's happening. And then another injury strikes. I'm going to be telling you, though, guys, you can say, Smitty, you're doubling down. I don't double down. I just do what I feel is truly the correct choice. I will adjust and adapt. If I thought Mahomes was not going to bounce back at all this year from last year, I would tell you. I would change directions. I would not try and go down a bad rabbit hole of darkness. If Hollywood's even out for the year or something, I will be trying to buy Mahomes on the cheap, because once Rice comes back, he's going nuclear. Rice is going nuclear. even more so, and Mahomes is going nuclear. Will Mahomes skate by for 6 weeks? I don't know. I kind of feel like Mahomes can still score 2 touchdowns pretty much most every game. And I think Andy Reid's aggressive enough, he might even make a trade. Team is JD5, Gibbs, Achane, Hendy, Harvey, DK. Our league caps us on 4 players per position. Gordon is on waivers. What's my play? You don't have a play. Gibbs, Achane, Hendy, Harvey. You can't go get Gordon. It's unfortunate. It's real unfortunate. It's not like, Gibbs and Achane, I'm not getting rid of those guys. Hendy and Harvey. I guess you get rid of Hendy or Harvey for... the thing is, you will probably wait. I don't know. Someone's going to pick up Gordon, though, if he has a day. So, can you trade... I'm not trading Gibbs. I'm not trading Achane. Can you trade Harvey or Hendy with DK right now, or Tet, or don't trade Ibuka to get that top 3 or 4 wide receiver? If so, then I guess I try and do that, but I don't know that that's going to be real possible. So I'd probably say Herbert and the Chargers backed up right into the end zone here. They got to try and muster up some room. They're going to run. They're going to throw again. Herbert has to throw it out of bounds. I don't know why they're throwing so much. So I just don't know if you're going to get the value for Harvey or Hendy. And I don't want to trade Hendy. I don't know, bro. I think you're just kind of stuck. If he's still available on waivers, first of all, it's a really stupid rule to have 4 running backs. If he's still on waivers coming out of week 1, you're going to have to full load drop on him, but you're going to have to try and trade Harvey or Hendy on the high after a big game. I just think you're not going to get what you should get out of them. So I'd probably say just stand down. You're probably not a good candidate to 10-man full PPR team is Baker, Jacobs, Brees, Chase, Evans, McBride, Waddle, Addison, Laporta. Trade McBride and Brees and Ayuk for Bucky, McMillan, and Warren. McBride, Brees, and Ayuk for Bucky, McMillan. Yes, I would take Bucky, McMillan, and Warren. I like that. That's pretty good. And then I'd try and flip Tet with another player to get an even bigger, stronger, better wide receiver. All right, we're going to watch one more drive, then I'm going to leave and come back at the end of the game for a recap. Hampton does not get the first down. 3rd and 2, almost a loss of 1. Chiefs D is still looking good. I just hope this doesn't become Chiefs defense, field position, run the ball. They got to get Smith out there as a receiver. Brashard Smith, Royals has to come back and get healthy. And Rice, once Rice returns, everything will be back to intense, high-octane passing attack numbers. I do think they consider calling for Tyreek Hill, honestly. I'm trying to think of another receiver that would potentially be on the move. McLaurin would have been perfect had that not been resolved. Like if that was lingering right now. Sure, DK, appreciate you. Imagine if Terry McLaurin held out week 1 and all of a sudden this happened, you might get a call. Don't even say Ayuk, Niner fans. Trade him Ayuk. No one wants Ayuk. Michael Mayer would be amazing to acquire to replace Kelsey anyway. Roll with 12 personnel. AJB to the Chiefs, yeah. I mean, that's possible too. I mean, he's going to be complaining here soon. wow, the Chiefs look great. What's this even mean, Kenobi? Like, what do you even mean by that? Wow, the Chiefs, like you say that almost like there's not a complete unfortunate situation that just occurred that caused this, like as if this is like they didn't have something happen, and you're saying it as if it's just weird, bro. It's weird. All right, my homie, let's do it live. Jeez, man. Amari Cooper should unretire. Give him a call. Oh, man. Good thing Reed's smart, though. Going in and Brashard Smith might end up being in Royals, both of them. Royals has just got to stay healthy. I'd call Michael Mayer. I don't know. Yeah, I mean you're right, Travis. Worthy could still be okay. The incomplete pass, but I don't know what in the hell they're gonna do if these guys can't catch the damn football. I mean that. I mean, these are two situations in a row where these receivers are not helping out Mahomes, and he's got to be in panic mode in terms of, like, I know they got to adjust and adapt real quickly, and it's not easy to lose your star wide receiver. First of all, this laying out of the ball, like, catch the ball. Hollywood Brown, this is the second time you've been involved in a debacle already. Hollywood, you're trash right now. You're playing like trash. You're playing like trash. Hopefully you heard me. You do something about it. Let's get Brashard Smith out there as the number one wide receiver, please. And that's the second time Thornton hasn't been there. Mahomes throws a deep pass. He looks like he's jogging. You could say Mahomes overthrew him both of those times, but I'm going to say Thornton ran slightly the wrong route. Mahomes isn't missing the route. Open your eyes. Mahomes haters out there, bro. Mahomes missing the deep ball. You need to get your eyes checked. They need to rip Thornton off the field. There's the second time Thornton's messed up, and the second time Hollywood Brown's messed up. Mahomes is just like Dak. Dak was left in the lurch last night. Dak was left to his own devices, and the same thing's happening with Mahomes here. Unreal. And of course, the Chargers are just ripping him off here. Fumble. Heads up play by Ladd, by the way, scooping that thing out of bounds. Mahomes threw two beautiful deep balls. Thornton screwed both of them up. Mahomes threw one pretty tough pass where Hollywood laid out, but you get your hands on it. Pops always said you got to grab it. And then the other one was all Hollywood's fault. So there's 4 drops from both of those inept wide receivers. Yeah, why are the Chargers not running the ball? They're not running the ball at all. Keenan Allen got cobwebs on him. Keenan Allen looks like he should play for the Chiefs. He's dropping everything. So, jeez, man. Keenan, that was right in your fingertips, bro. Hollywood would have caught that. Thornton would have caught up to that. We also got to give the Chiefs a week to adjust, or a half, maybe in the halftime they come out. Look at Hampton. That was a nice run, Hampton. We got to give them at least a half to get adjusted to losing. You know what I mean? Like, you're shoving people into spots and they're not ready. That was a nice rip. Jeez, man. I'm definitely naturally pissed right now. Sure you can tell. Pacheco first, Smith second, Hunt third down. Gotta stop. Yeah, thanks for the super chat, pal. Start Ridley or Judy. Coin toss. Pick 2, Igbuka, Debo, Hunter. Probably Igbuka and Hunter, but Keenan Allen holding on to it finally. Igbuka and Hunter, but it's real close, man. I love Debo this week. You gotta be kidding me, man. You gotta be kidding me. This feels like a nightmare. Let's hope Worthy's okay. Is there any update on Worthy? Injury questionable to return with an injury. Wouldn't that be amazing if he just returned? They pop it back in place. Yeah, Rashee Rice is going to the moon. I don't know, to be frank, I don't know what's in store for Mahomes for 6 weeks, but when Rice comes back, he's going nuclear. But we still don't know it's possible. Why would the NFL stop going international? They should. It sucks. It's ridiculous. Damn Kelsey. Where's Kelsey at? Kelsey's going to take out Worthy. You better step up and do something. If for any reason we're worried about Mahomes for 6 weeks, pick up Penix Jr. if he's out there. Penix Jr. is somehow available in a lot of leagues. I don't know why. I do blame the international games. They're always something awry. Hopefully he's okay. I'm refreshing. It's just he's questionable with x-rays on the shoulder. I'm hoping it's just like a separated shoulder. Herbert scrambling for a first down, okay, he's down to the 3-yard line. This could be a Hampton touchdown, although there's a flag on the play, but this could be a Hampton touchdown here, which would be really nice. The only thing that makes me think this is not going to be good news for Worthy is he had the towel on his head like he was like crying, you know. and he just the slow walk of disbelief. You know, no urgency because you know you're not returning to the game. You know what I mean? Like, you would walk quickly to the locker room even if you're getting X-rays, if there's hope. But like, to just walk slowly to the locker room, it's like you know that you're not returning to the game. That's crazy, you know. So the couple things could happen if the shoulder did pop out of socket. This is the way that works. So you have the, let me put Worthy on screen here. God, what a disaster. I'm going to leave here in a second and come back tonight after the game wrap-up show. Here's the socket, okay? No one get all weird on this one, okay? Here's the ball and socket. This looks really bad. Let me do it this way. Here's the ball and socket. This actually represents it pretty good. And so here's the socket, right? You damn people. Here's the socket. So this fits in perfectly. God made it slide right in. Pause. No pun intended. And what ends up happening is, without the labrum, this thing would just slip right out of the ball and socket. But there's a labrum here, and the labrum essentially keeps it in like that. So when this ball and socket tries to slip out, see how the labrum would stop it? There's no way for it to exit out unless it gets shoved out and rips the labrum. So that's the way you can kind of think of the labrum and the ball and socket. So this is how. So the hope is, if this ends up slipping out of the joint like that, then they don't just want to, like, let's say there's a little tiny tear here. They don't just want to be like, okay, ready, boom, and they pop it back in, like in Lethal Weapon. Because then you might tear that piece and really screw it up. So they might just be, okay, it won't slide in. Let's go in and take a look at it. But there's a possibility that this came out without any damage and they pop it back in. Or they did do that and it's just sore and that's why he walked away. The other thing too is, let's say you jam the shoulder like this. Here's your ball and socket. And then you jam that back and bruise this back here. And then it's just really sore. And it didn't come out of the ball and socket, didn't come out. The other thing we could be dealing with is more of like a collarbone break, like up at the top of where the collarbone meets the shoulder. There's a lot of different things that could happen. The fact that he was walking very gingerly meant that it hurt when he was moving, and he had a towel over his head. Part of me wonders if there's something here, like right where the shoulder, the collarbone connects to the shoulder. There might be some sort of break or strain. Sometimes it's just the cartilage and it's really sore, but you didn't necessarily, maybe it's not out for the year. I don't know. I don't know where that football was going. Herbert threw that in the end zone. There's not a person in sight. At least it's 3rd and 25. At least the Chiefs are staying in this game. YouTube's beating the Chiefs 7-0, according to the scoreboard. Drop marks for Tootin or Garendo. Did I answer this one already? Did I answer this one already, Fulbrook? I'm sorry if I didn't, bro. Drop marks for Tootin or Garendo. I would rather have Tootin out of everybody there. I'm still monitoring the hell out of Garendo, and I still think he's potentially the best backup, though, personally, by a country mile. It's just a matter of, will Shanahan use him? Okay, 3rd and 25. Nope, not going to get there. 4th down. Let's see. I'm gonna stay one more drive. KC's losing 0-7 to YouTube. according to the scoreboard. So it's 7 YouTube, KC 0. Whoever designed that scoreboard needs to go back to graphic design school because it is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. What you think about the worthy A.J. Brown blunders? Maybe we trade A.J. Brown to the Chiefs is what I'm thinking. Field goal good, 10-0 Chargers. Or I'm sorry, 10 YouTube, KC 0. Flag on the play. Looks like it's going to count. Field goal is good. Thank you for the super chat. Appreciate you. All right, last drive, and then we're out of here. Part of me wants to just like end the live stream because I feel like it could change the tide. You know, let's do that. I'm gonna end the live stream. I think this might change the tide. I don't want to make this continue any more than it has to. I'm pissed off anyway. I'll be back at the end of the show, at the end of the game. Thank you all for the super chat. See you all after.